Hello, hope I'm doing well. And we're going over the CarryCon 2024. A lot of fun. I didn't stay for the whole event. It's kind of a brief stay for me. I stayed for, I think, I showed up right at 10 and I left about 2. So, a couple hours, about 4 hours or so. A little bit of a brief event. There's some good panels and stuff, just small, which there's confined space. That's completely understandable. A bit more spaced out this year, which is nice. And a lot of the issues I had last year were resolved, so that's very, very good. Most being for the panels, the microphone and the audio was not good quality, and they could not get it working. So for this year, that was resolved. And yeah, I just had a lot of fun, talked to some people, met some people, and good times overall. Everyone was nice, no issues with people. Yes, we have thing you're probably most interested in, the Zer Ling booth and the panel coming up later. But we had the booth, we had a big piece of art of the promo art of Hornet, Essex, and Enterprise. There's a looking back on it. So we have to the right hand side, we have the signature board. People can sign, do a signature, a little doodle. I didn't do one. Just it was kind of packed at the time. I didn't forgot to go back. But I don't know if you can see it, but there's an artist I got some stuff from that wrote on here. You can check out their Twitter and stuff. You can see it there. But you can do the sign in, get some rewards. They had the cosplayers there at the time. They're available for photos later. Get some illustrations and such from like loading screens. And over off to the side here, they had a little booth and table with all the merch and stuff you get for free, which is really nice. Some nice freebies. And I don't remember this made is it Gloucester? Does Gloucester have a retrofit? She has that art? I don't recognize it. Next up, World of Warships was there. They had a booth and they had a bunch of these posters going around, and they had the cosplayers I'm showing in a minute, having little flyers, and they did the panel later. But they had computer setup so you can play World of Warships, which is pretty cool. I didn't play, but if you want to, you could. There they're handing out stuff. They're kind enough to get a photo with me. And then at 12, about, we had the World of Warships panel. They were up there. This gentleman was, I forgot his name, but he used to be a community contributor. Now he's part of the team. And he was interviewing questions about just cosplay, how they got started, any tips for other people. So it was really nice. There is a VOD I'll have linked in the description below. It's on Twitch of this, so you can watch it. I recommend watching when they start doing the giveaways because they just start throwing stuff. And so they're throwing the little quacking plushies. And what else did they throw? They threw something else. But I know the last thing they threw was these keycaps of the quackins. Maybe just the plushies and the keycaps. But they're in a sleeve, and so they don't fly very well. So they had to throw them like ninja stars or kind of like frisbees. And Essex accidentally nailed someone in the head. So you can watch that. It's a bit funny. She was okay, so no worries there. It was a fun panel. After this, they had a gentleman who's a docent at the museum come up. He talked about the history of the ship. I stayed around for a little bit of that, and then they started having some more people come up. But while I play World of Warships, I'm not super into the whole thing. So I just got up and me and my friend walk around this adventure some more. But it was a good panel. Recommend check out the VOD. And later in the panel, we're walking by again, they had the voice actor for Duke Nukem. Now, I have not interacted with any media that Duke Nukem is in, but that's pretty cool. I only know the voiceover that's like, damn, that's a lot of words. Too bad I ain't reading them. That's my extent of Duke Nukem knowledge. But here's another shot of the panel from the side. Here's the gentleman that we're speaking, talking about the history. And the Zer Ling panel was immediately afterwards. I will say about this, it was quick, but it felt really short. But on the plus side, it didn't feel like it droned on. Because sometimes you go to a panel and someone's talking, just like, okay, there's some interesting stuff, but we need to speed things up. Not an issue here. Very fast paced. The Belfast doing most presentation was very high energy. They did trivia, did some quizzes, they did little giveaways. They did a competition where you had to go copy the pose that one of the cosplayers would strike. That was fun. People had a good laugh. There were some of the people brought up on stage to do it that were fully committed, some not so much. The first guy up was really good. He went all in. Yeah, it was a fun little panel, just very short, very brief. It says it's gonna run for an hour. It was only like 22 minutes, and a good chunk of that was them just playing the PVs. So hopefully in the future they're a little bit longer, maybe a little substance to them. I was hoping maybe they had some kind of announcement. I know in the World Warship panel they basically said, "Hey, we're going to continue working with the Zer Ling and have more collaborations coming up in the future." But nothing announced here. They didn't talk about the Virtual Tower rerun or the Kronstadt event rerun, but we're gonna know those coming. So yeah, I was hoping for a little more, but it wasn't bad. And there's a shot. So as part of the event, a lot more areas were open than normal. Usually you have to like get a there's only specially open, or you have to get like a guide for them. So this is taken going up towards the Japanese American in World War II museum area, talking about the 442nd and their actions, and talking about the treatment of Japanese during World War II. So it was a nice area to see. Living where I do, there's a lot of memorials like that, but it's always good to see them. It's a good part of history. Well, it's a sad part of history we need to remember, so we don't do similar things. But yep, so walking along the little catwalk, the F4 Phantom they're working on, and it's not the best resolution. I'm sorry, but it goes all the way down to the hangar deck, and way at the end there was a bunch of Star Wars stuff, and they had like Darth Vader walking around. And you get photos with Darth Vader. Also, there was a little booth area with some pop-up screens and displays for the VF Fleet project. This is a group of VTubers that support the museum ships, so they'll represent the various ships throughout history. And yeah, they think they usually stream on Twitch. I know I follow their YouTube account, and they occasionally upload VODs. So I, from time to time, I'll peek in. I don't really watch streams myself, just because I have terrible internet and I just don't have the time. But they seem like a good bunch, and they support the museum ships, which I like. So you know, go check them out. I think you just search up via Fleet Project, and you can find their whole kit and kabang or whatever you want to call it. Just all their links. So go check them out. They have good designs too. A lot of times the more independent VTubers will, because the lower budgets, have not so great designs. These ones pretty good. And onto the goodies. So this is all the stuff I got from the Zer Ling booth, and I think I just got the Hornet thing. They just gave to me. You were supposed to sign the thing, the wall, but I wasn't able to because the crowd. And he just gave to the. He's like, you don't have to, but yep, you sign the thing, get a little Hornet postcard, and Hornet's picture is on the back. And then at the actual little booth area, you can get these two cards. This is a new one for the event. And this is the same one you get for the 5th anniversary, which was also on the Hornet. I'm glad they gave out a new one because my old one kind of got ruffled up. So it's not in the best shape. So unfortunately, all of these I got somehow managed to get bent slightly. So I'm have a slight weight on them to try and smooth them out. See if that works. Also got Cardboard Essex. I did not understand where this meme came from. Like, why is it a thing? But there you go. She's in a cardboard box, just hanging out, looking like she's about to eat some glue or something. And then if you did the social media share, so you take a photo, video, post social media with certain hashtags, and show it to them, you can pick out meta pins. They had Arc Royal meta, Repulse meta, Renown meta, Helena meta, and Queen Elizabeth meta. These are all available. These pins are all available on the YoStar store. So if you weren't able to attend, you can also buy them there. Pretty good quality. I accidentally scratched mine slightly. So, but yeah, they look really nice. They got some weight to them. Other than magnetic, but just a pin in the back. So if that breaks, you can replace it pretty easy. But I had to go with Helena, obviously, sister of Lulu, and it was between her and Repulse. So I'm going with Helena. And from the World of Warships, they are handing this is the little flyer the cosplayers are handing out. Just a little QR code. I haven't scanned it to see if you get anything from it, like a special bonus or whatever. But also during the panel for their World Warships, they were at the end. They're handing out, or not the end, but when the cosplayers were finishing up their segment, they went around handing out sticker things, and I got two. So yeah, quite nice little stickers. Where is? I might put ship happens on my water bottle that I take to work. I quite like that one. Nice little stickers. Oh, and I will say about the postcards. So these three, the one with Enterprise Hornet and Essex, and the one of Hornet and the Cobra Essex, good quality. The one on the top right is thinner paper. These are more thick, so they're a lot harder to mess up. I still meant to bend mine, and so because they're thicker, they're hard to unbend. But it should be okay. I got like a candle sitting on them. That's not on fire, so it's not going to melt them. Also, I found an artist that I've been following for quite some time now that I got my first piece of Zer Ling merch from. Sugoidere. Got this Lulu keychain, I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. It was the first piece of merch I got from anything Zer Ling related. Saw they were going to be there, so I made sure to stop by. And I completed the trio of Lulu, Remy, and Zara. And you go check them out on Twitter. Little QR code will take them to their site. They have an Etsy shop, so you can buy keychains like this. They have not just Zer Ling. I think they have Punishing Grey Raven, Blue Archive. They have stickers. I think they have some acrylic stands. So check them out. Very cool individual. Got to talk with him a little bit. And then I got a wall scroll hanging off my fridge temporarily of the promo art for the event. So we got Hornet Chan. We've got, and this is the like museums version of Hornet. We got Belfast, Bremerton, New Jersey, and Akashi. Good quality, good size too. Like you can see, it's hanging off the fridge, and it's about as wide as my fridge is deep. So good size. And I also got some prints. So I will only plan to get one of the prints, this big one in the back of Essex, Baltimore, and Independence. But the guy's like, "Oh yeah, it's $20, and you get all three." It's like, "Oh okay, that's sweet." So also got an Aquila and a Rune and Prince Eugen. And also he threw in a freebie of a F1 car, but as an anime girl. That was cool. And I believe this individual also did the Hornet Chan art. So of like all the times they've had her. Check them out, Battleside Bun. I think I have yes, a zoomed in one. So you check them out. Go support them. Yes, it was a very fun event. Got some cool stuff. Got to meet some cool people. Just had me wait in line for something, talking to someone. Lots of fun. Recommend going to these events. I really recommend going to these events, hanging out with people, meet some new friends, that kind of thing. And yeah, just a lot of fun. So, if there's other events that are going on or Zer Ling related, maybe I'll attend. I don't have any current plans. Anime Expo's kind of unsure about that one just because of the drive. It's a bit of a drive for me. I can go there and back in one day, but I'm not doing that. So we'll see. With Hornet, I can just go to her and back in one day, and it's not an issue. But yes, so make sure to check out all the people I've talked about. I will have their links or how to find them in the description. I'll have links to the CarryCon website and the Hornets website, all that stuff in the description below. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you at a future event. Bye bye.